Hey y'all, welcome back. You know, it's been so hot here in Florida. I haven't really felt much like going outside, taking pictures. It's been more like hang out on my couch, play with my cat, that sort of thing. But that all changed recently when a friend of mine let me borrow a new to me camera, the Nikon Nikkormat FTN. The camera was originally released in 1967 and was continued to be produced until 1975. But being fully mechanical, there's a lot of them still out in the world, still working beautifully. And since this is the first time I've done a sort of camera review here on the channel, I'm not really going to get into the nitty-gritty technical specifics. This is more like a first impressions type of video. I just wanted to take the camera, go out and shoot, see how I felt at the end. So let's get into it. What's up, y'all? So I'm out today driving, testing out a new camera, and I decided it's such a beautiful day out. It's pretty early in the morning. I decided I wanted to go through a bunch of the small towns around, do a little photo drive. Haven't done one in a while, at least not on video like this anyways. So we're currently driving to Roechelle, and I've been to Roechelle before. It's a little, I wouldn't say it's not a ghost town. There's still people that live there, but it's a little town that kind of the world has forgotten about once they built the highway, kind of a little bit from it. And there's a couple of abandoned places there that are super neat, including this old school, which is what we're going to go check out. And from there, we'll continue on. We're gonna probably go through Hawthorne and then maybe up to Waldo and even like just all the small towns all around Gainesville. I'm not really gonna have another day this week to go do this, and at least a big drive like this. So I'm doing it today, and I'm doing it right now. And I've got this new camera I'm testing, that Nikon Nikkormat. So we'll see you in Roechelle. So you have to get off the main road a little bit to get on this dirt road, but it's pretty cool back here. It's very pretty. A lot of beautiful fields, some farms, some dinosaurs up there. Wow, look at them. Hold on, let's drive by slowly and what's up, y'all? All right. Okay. Anyways, but right up here is that school. I've been collecting cameras for a little while now, and I decided that I wanted to start doing a little bit of a film camera pop-up to sell off some of the excess ones that I either don't like as much or just maybe have multiple copies of. And as a part of that, I reached out to some friends who also have some cameras, and they're letting me sell some of their stuff, you know, sort of consignment based. Anyways, that starts next month. And I got a bunch of cameras from my friend Miguel, who runs a local film lab in Gainesville called the Florida Film Club. And he gave me a bunch of his cameras to sell. This is a Nikon Nikkormat FTN. It is a fully mechanical SLR camera. It's got a 24mm lens on it right now. This thing is a tank, if I'm honest. It is super heavy and just solid. Basically, everyone was like, yeah, built like a tank, could definitely survive a nuclear blast. But this is a consumer camera. This was not a professional camera, but like, because these were marketed towards consumers, like I was reading, a lot of these are just in great condition, and you can find them, and they're not priced pretty bad. So we're gonna go test this one. Let's get some film loaded in. Now, Miguel promised that these have all been shutter tested, so I'm not gonna put anything cheap through them just to make sure they even work at all. This is just for me to experience putting a roll through the camera and seeing what it's like. So I'm just shooting with some Fujifilm 400. This is essentially just repackaged Kodak Ultramax 400 from what I've told on the internet. So let's get this thing loaded in. The one thing that's interesting is typically a lot of SLR cameras, you just pull up on this to open the back. This one has one of these tabs at the bottom that you have to also pop open. But yeah. All right. Lock the film in. Pull it across. Got it in its teeth. Pull a couple. Close it up, lock it up, lock it up. And shoot until we hit 0. We're ready to go. Let's go shoot some photos of this abandoned school building and the barn across the street, and then we'll keep on going. Yeah. So yeah, this is a pretty cool place. It is abandoned completely. There's a lot of no trespassing signs, so we're just gonna be out here taking some photos. It is very pretty. There's some loud ass chickens over there. mad that I'm here, but yeah, it's just an old abandoned school. I think it's on the list for the county to eventually fix up. I'm not 100% sure, but it is super pretty. And the light is hitting it really nice right now, so let's get some photos. Gotta use my phone as a light meter. This thing doesn't have anything built in, or let me rephrase, the battery isn't good in it right now. And here's the first photo of the day. You know, I like the framing here, but I didn't meter quite right, and so the shadows lost a good bit of detail. All right. First shot down in this thing. Shoots pretty well. It doesn't have a split level prism view like I'm used to, but it's still pretty easy to focus. It feels really good in the hands to shoot, so let's go find some more stuff. Pretty cool garage, old barn. Not 100% sure what this is, but definitely very neat. Definitely want to try and get a photo with the Nikon. Definitely been here before, so I kind of know where I want to shoot, which makes it pretty easy to find that stuff. Later today, we'll be in some new locations that I haven't shot in before, so this will be a lot slower later on. But right now, I mean, just look at it. It's so nicely lit and beautiful sky behind it, and perfect day to shoot with this thing. I like this one. I really like the composition with the building just off in the far corner and the majority of the frame being taken up by that tree. I also really love how the colors came out. The blue especially is very pretty. So at this point, I brought out a toy that I hadn't used very much, my new drone. I just knew that this would be a really cool area to fly around, you know, look at the top of the old building, all that sort of stuff. We're gonna pack up and get out of here. Big day shooting with this, and don't want to just waste all the film here. I love Roechelle. This place is always super fun to shoot at, always interesting. Love little small towns like this. The Nikon is performing awesome. At least I hope so. You know, one roll through, we'll see. I am currently heading out of Roechelle now, and we're moving on towards Hawthorne. Hawthorne is another one of my favorite small towns to visit. It used to be kind of a big deal, but then, as most things, I think the railroad got ripped up, Hawthorne went away, and I mean, it's a tale as old as time. But there's some cool stuff there. There's actually a nice little wrap restaurant there that does these very delicious wraps that I've always tried to support, because, you know, a restaurant in a small town, like, they're not getting a lot of business. So, but we're on to Hawthorne, and we're gonna keep going. But right before I got to Hawthorne, I actually saw on the map that there was a tiny little, you know, small city county park, so I decided to check that out first. Is this it? Yes. Ooh, big dirt road. Okay, here we go. All right, just looks like a little park, but could be something over here. There's a creek behind here. That's what I'm hoping to find something else there. It seems like there's not a lot here. This is definitely a small town little park, but I do love this basketball court. Has really nice lighting right now, so definitely gonna get some photos of this. Love this shot. I think the lighting here, just illuminating all around the hoop, is so great. And the blue on the court matched with the blue in the sky. Just a nice touch. All right, let's keep exploring around, see if we can find something else in this park. Not a lot else here, and that's okay. Sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some. You never know what you're gonna find, especially in small towns like this. So I never mind stopping, even if it's just to go, okay, don't go back there again. I mean, like I said, I really do like this basketball court. The lighting was super cool, but let's go on. We're gonna go further into Hawthorne now. Just found this cool, not abandoned, there's someone who lives right over there, but
Like, you know, it's got the cool Coke signs and stuff. Just took a quick picture on my way into Hawthorne. Pretty cool.
One of my favorite things about shooting on Fuji 400 is how the red chest pops, and that really makes these Coke signs stand out, and I love it. Pulling into Hawthorne now. First stop's gotta be the post office. It's right here, you know? It's basically right as you come in. I mean, like, I'm just a simple man. I know there's a small town post office. I'm going to take a photo of it. You know, you can't blame me. You can't blame me for that. You can't blame me for that. You can't blame me for that. I'm just a simple man. I'm gonna take a picture of this fucking post office. One thing this camera's got with it, because it's got the 24mm lens, super wide. I should be able to get a cool shot pretty close. You can see the water tower way over there in the corner. Let's see what we can do. I wish I had lowered myself a bit more to take this so that the branch wasn't covering a part of the building, but mostly I like this photo. I normally try to get buildings like this with no cars, no people, just the pure aesthetic of the building, but I actually kind of like how the Jeep is off to one side. Adds a little bit of story to the photo. Maybe try to get one more shot while we're here. Maybe a straight on one. Yeah, this looks pretty good. Cool. Got my post office shot. Let's go drive around the town a little bit. Hawthorne is a pretty small town, but this apartment complex used to be a luxury hotel, which I always think is really cool. First place with running hot water, I think is what it was. Something like that. And basically here's the downtown. I'm gonna pull over here because I remember there's like, yeah, there's a cool abandoned building right here. This is another place I've taken photos of before. It's an old church turned into the Hawthorne Historical Museum. So we're gonna take a photo or two here. Maybe I'll get the drone out again. That could be fun. Yeah, really great old building. I love that they didn't just like tear it down or something. They actually have reused it here. And yeah, I think I'm gonna get the photo somewhere around here with this. Just see if there's anything else. Yeah, let's get one. I couldn't decide which one I like more of these two photos. You know, I like the composition of the landscape-oriented one, but I like the colors of the portrait orientation. I tried to get them matched in my editing process, but I couldn't quite nail it. I then got my drone out again. I'm so happy I did. Seeing all around this building was especially awesome while I was able to sit in my car and enjoy the air conditioning. Well, that was super fun. I got one more planned stop here in Hawthorne that I'm gonna make, and it is a beautiful waterside park. So we're almost there now. I mean, Hawthorne is it's not very big. So, yeah, in fact, we're here. It's a really pretty lake out there, so we're gonna probably be able to get some good photos here. Well, first off, I love the tile of this bathroom. With the blue sky behind, should be a pretty cool photo. Gonna have to get that. One of my favorites from the day. I really like the colors on that tile and the composition of the image with the weight of everything just off to the side. Yeah, this is the lake. It's got a really cool pier. Usually can see some alligators out here. Fingers crossed. This is a super wide lens, so I'm probably not gonna be able to get up close, but maybe if I could get an alligator or two in the shot, that'd be super cool.
Yeah, just an absolutely beautiful lake. Should be able to get some photos. It's a pretty bright day out, so I've been trying to shoot as high as I can. We're gonna shoot at 1000 shutter speed at f11. So far this camera's been doing really well. It has a little bit of a shake in the viewfinder when I take the photo, so I'm hoping that everything is good inside. But I've been really liking it. It's got, even though it's got this weight to it and I don't have a neck strap, it feels solid in the hands. Couldn't decide which one I wanted to do more, landscape or portrait, so I did both. Fuck it. All right, we're definitely gonna get some photos of this grass and these lily pads and stuff. It's just too pretty not to right here, so.
Another favorite from the trip. I love how deep green all the plant life is. That slight touch of blue in the corner. One of my favorites.
Thought I saw an alligator. Definitely did not, but that would have been cool. But, you know, there probably 1,000 of them in that lake, but they're not wanting to come out right now. It's a little hot. Gotta make a quick pit stop. Gotta get some caffeine, you know, use the restroom and stuff like that.
All right, so we're on a drive from Hawthorne. We're going to Campville. Campville's a little ghost town I've heard about. I don't know anything there, so this could be truly nothing, but I don't mind the drive either way. It's only a couple miles away. I mean, I'm going like 70 because that's, you know, the speed limit on these big roads, but let's check it out. Well, in a very fun turn of events, you know, gotta stay humbled. I have a flat tire. I don't know what happened, but the tire's in pretty good condition, but then, yeah, that'll do it. Anyways, I know how to change a tire. I got my car up on a jack, tire off, flat out, and guess what? It's flat. The spare is flat. I feel like an idiot sometimes. So I have AAA coming. Maybe I'll take some pictures while I'm waiting here for AAA. Why not, right? While I was broken down, this is the only photo I got with this particular camera. I had some other cameras with me that I shot some more photos on, but this video isn't about them. Well, you know, sometimes these videos are, they really turn into something completely different. Yeah, so I got about a 90-minute wait before the tow truck gets here to either change my tire or to either inflate my spare or tow me to a tire shop. So I'm gonna walk around and take some photos out here by the side of the highway because I got time to fucking kill. Hell yeah. Can I get a hell yeah? Hell yeah. Well, we are back on the road. That was a little bit of a wait, but the tow truck people were super nice and they basically just refilled my spare tire. I'm now driving back to Gainesville to get to a tire shop so that I can get new tires and then potentially might finish this drive later today. Want to keep going with this camera. It's been a real pleasure to use it, if I'm honest. So welcome to day 2. No easy way to say this. I was stuck on the side of the road for a little while, and that caused my whole day to completely change, and I didn't get back out. I ended up having to spend another probably 2 hours at the tire shop to get those tires installed, but I got them installed, and yeah, so everything's cool. The car's running great. I mean, I just hadn't, you know, I hadn't gotten new tires since I caught this car. So anyways, we're back out. We're back testing the Nikon. We're back testing the Nikon. Where am I from? We're back testing the Nikon, and we're gonna head out towards some of the places I tried to get to yesterday and finish this up. I'm really liking this camera so far. All right, y'all, I'm back out, and I've been to this building before. It's this really random abandoned spot.
kind of in the middle of nowhere between Gainesville and Waldo, near the town of Graham, if that helps you at all. But we're gonna go check it out and get some photos. Super cool place. I've gotten some really great stuff here before. Yeah, this place is really cool. I'm so happy I stumbled on it again. I forgot where it was, honestly. Yeah, we're back out. Nikon Nikkormat FTN. It's been really reliable so far. This thing is heavy to, I wish I should have just put on a neck strap, but I'm dumb, so. It's a lot more overgrown than the last time I was here. I was able to go inside last time. Definitely not gonna, don't think I'm gonna be able to make it in this time. As you can see, I just don't want to risk ticks. I mean, I'm already taking a chance here, but you know, don't risk it if you can avoid it. This could be a cool shot.
This could have been a cool shot, but it just didn't come out quite like I imagined.
I'm at my next stop. If you know me or know this channel at all, you know that I love a good small town post office. This is one of my favorites. I'm in a little town called Graham, and this post office is basically a trailer. I think it's super neat, so we're gonna try and snag a photo while we're out this way. It's a cool place. They say it gets cooler, and you're bundled out. What am I talking about? Jesus Christ. Really like this.
My favorite shot here. I like the colors here and the lighting a lot. I also like the lines of the building extend just past the frame. Nice touch.
All right, quick stop. I've got, I don't know, 10 photos left on this roll. So we're gonna keep on moving. I think there's a really beautiful field of flowers near here. So we're gonna go check that out. If I remember correctly. I guess we'll see. But, yep. Well, all the flowers were dead. It is the summertime and it's 95 degrees out, so that makes sense. Either way, I did a little U-ey and we're now heading over to the town of Hampton, which I've never been before. I just love driving on these back roads though. I mean, it's so beautiful out. I mean, just incredible drives. I love being so close to, quote, the middle of nowhere, end quote.
I was then looking at the map and I noticed this huge lake that I'd never been to before, so I decided to just drive around and look for a road that would lead me to the waterfront.
And this is why you always drive around to small towns and you find the public boat ramps, because then you get views like this to take photos of. Holy shit, this is pretty.
Another favorite of the day, just an absolutely beautiful view of the lake, and the lighting on the ramp and fence is fantastic. You get all those layers and that detail of that guy on his boat just right in the back. Love it.
I cannot imagine just living right here, right on the lake. God, it seems so beautiful. Such a peaceful, nice life. Well, I'm in Hampton. It's this pretty small little town, and it's funny, I pass by this area all the time and I've never ever stopped through. And wouldn't you fucking know it, this cute ass little post office is here. Damn, this is about to be, I'm about to be all up in this thing. This is crazy. I'm gonna park back here so I don't get in my own shot. I just can't help myself, but man, these flowers are also very beautiful.
I see a post office and I have to take a photo. And especially, I love the mid-century kind of designs of these things. I mean, it's just so fucking quaint and I love it. And oh, there's even a little sign right here. Oh, I'm definitely gonna have to get that in there. Just amazing. I think with this shot, I finally have a clear view of what I've been looking for with all of these post office photos. I love the straight on shot combined with the more traditionally artsy shot with like layers and other subject matter. I think they would be a good side by side in like a zine or a book.
All right, let's go drive around, see what else we can find here. Fingers crossed for an abandoned building, or just something interesting. Yeah, I mean, the lake was here technically. Either way, happy we came. Post office rules.
We are going to keep on driving to Orange Heights and see what we can find out that way. We've only got a couple pictures left on this roll, so fingers crossed we'll find something cool. I mean, I'm almost guaranteed we will. And isn't it just my lucky day? I found not only multiple post offices on this trip, this is another boat ramp. I forgot this place was out here. This is Lake Alto between Waldo and Gainesville. And not only does the boat ramp, it's just super pretty, there's also these very, very interesting looking bathrooms, which I'm about to show you.
I gotta get a photo of these.
Yeah, these bathrooms, I mean, I don't know. It's the way the green looks against the green background with the blue sky. But every time I'm here, I'm just like, I gotta get a photo. And it never comes out like I hope. Maybe this time's the time. But I mean, it's just perfect looking. It's so cool. These are so close to what I want out of pictures of this freaking bathroom. But I think I need to come back when the lighting is a little different and you don't get as much shadow from that roof overhang. All right, we're gonna go grab some photos of the boat ramp area. Dogs over in that truck were not a big fan when I closed the door. But we're gonna go grab some photos of this boat ramp area. Probably my favorite photo of the entire trip. The colors are beautiful. The lighting is immaculate. The sun is bright, but it doesn't blow out the whole image. Just exactly what I was looking to get. Holy shit, there's a fucking airboat coming in. Not just a regular little motorboat, an actual airboat. I know it's hard to see with this wide angle, but there's literally an airboat down there.
I'm down to just 2 photos.
This whole area was super pretty. Definitely worth a stop.
I'm gonna try and find another place to take photos. The airboat's coming in super loud. This was cool.
Well, I passed through Orange Heights and honestly, there was a lot of like construction going on. I did a little bit of exploring, but wasn't a lot there that I wanted to get involved with. So I have one more stop that I'm gonna make before I go home. It's this abandoned gas station out on the outskirts of town between Orange Heights and Gainesville. It's one of my favorite places to take photos at, and it is basically, I mean, the light right now is very beautiful. It's not golden hour, but it's damn close. So I've got one more photo. Can't think of a better way to end this test of this camera than here at this gas station. Spoke too soon. That's the end of this roll. Damn, I misread the film counter. So just so y'all know, I feel like I'm missing a frame, but either way, still glad I stopped by here. I have some other cameras with me, so I'm still gonna take some photos. Maybe even get a little bit of a drone shot for you guys, just so you can see this place. It's pretty cool. And another surprise I didn't film, that abandoned building's a little too close to some government buildings, so there's some no-fly zone stuff for the drone, and so it was a little bit of a disappointment, but either way, that was that. You know, this trip had a lot going on, but in the end, I really actually love the photos that I got with this camera. And just for a sort of final mini review of it, I really like it. It feels good to shoot, even though it's a little on the heavy side. And you know, it's a relatively simple camera, it's not modular. So it seems to me that if you take care of them and you make sure to just give it a CLA every once in a while, this thing will probably last you forever. And that's something I can always get behind. And you know, all the dials and mechanisms made sense, even though I've never really shot a Nikon like SLR before, which is another nice touch. You know, sometimes you pick up a camera and you're like, I know how to shoot photos with a mechanical camera, and sometimes they just don't make sense. This one was exactly what it needed, simplistic, but gave me enough manual control that I still was able to do what I wanted. I would definitely recommend this camera if you can find one for a good price. And as always, thank you so much for watching and supporting me and my photography adventures. Let me know in the comments below if you've ever shot on one of these and what you think of it. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more film photography adventures. And if you enjoyed this video, I'll see you next time.